Hey guys, what is up? Campermans here, and today I'm coming at you with a game of domination on arcade, and I'm running around with the striker. Now, this isn't normally how I play on domination. This is actually a game from the Wicked Dominator tournament. Forget how long ago it was. I'm not gonna bother to check Elite, but this is the Wicked Dominator tournament that I ended up winning with 255 captures. Now, of course, I got called a booster for this, and of course it's not true. And I ended up playing a total of 14 games in those 3 hours, which is, I'd actually have to say, less than average. But I was playing with a team the whole time, and they were working on captures too, and you'll see throughout this video, it's me, Saxer, and Empress Poison Ivy that are hopping on flags together the whole game. And there's, one or two that I get ahead of them, and I end up getting 28 captures in this game, I think is what I worked out the math to be. But yeah, it was quite a lot, and it's just basically for those people who, think I'm a booster, just to, get an idea of if everything went perfectly, 14 times 28 is a hell of a lot more captures than I got. So, I mean, it is possible. And actually, since then, I've developed a slightly newer strategy, which is basically similar to this one, except we focus on one guy getting all the captures, and basically we just want the top guy in the tournament to be a member of the Rabbit Clan. So I think the most we've gotten it up to was 330, I think, which still isn't the record. I think the record is like 387 by Mr. Midi King, but yeah, good job to him. We're working on it. We're gonna get you soon, buddy. Alright, so anyway, right, as I just said, I had been called booster a couple times, but, that's, not really accurate anymore. I mean, during the previous clan ops, we always had, that one guy at the top that had, like, so many more caps than everybody else. They were obviously a booster, and we called them out, but now this line is becoming a little ambiguous, based upon, how well people can do on the merit of themselves versus boosters who will sit there and for like 3 games just cap back and forth, and they can mount hundreds of caps. But if they only do this for 3 games, they may end up getting a similar score to people that have been playing like this the whole competition and getting 28 caps a game, which is, a very high number and not likely to happen every single time. I mean, it certainly didn't happen for me. This was actually the best game of my 3 hours in terms of caps. But I'm just, that's the kind of thing you can expect. I mean, you're gonna have one of those tournaments where it does go perfectly for one guy every single game, and if he fits in 18 games for 10-minute games each, maybe a little less, and does get like 28, 30 caps a game, he's gonna end up in the 400s range, and I do see that as a feasible possibility. Someone getting over 400 caps in one of these tournaments. I mean, the record was only 13 off that, so I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. Oh, look at that! We just ran right into that. But you'll find in these tournaments we don't go for a kill-death ratio, and we've actually been criticized for not getting a good kill-death ratio by people in these tournaments. And I mean, when that's not the focus of the tournament, when our goal is to get flag captures, and that's what we're doing, is for a competitive tournament, why would we be criticized for not getting a good kill-death ratio? Like, honestly, at that point, why would we care at all? Okay, and we did end up with the first place spot, and we're getting criticized for not getting a better kill-death ratio. I mean, it just seems absurd to me, because that's not what it's for. So, I just really am not sure how to respond to that. Because, like, what, like, what do you want from us, right? You want us to do well in the tournament, or do you want us to get a decent kill-death ratio? Because they don't go together. And you know what, you can call us bad players because we don't get necessarily outstanding kill-death ratios, but you know what, we've decided to forego that to give it our best shot. You know what, if everybody got, an amazing game running and gunning as fast-paced as this, then you know what, they'd probably be the best COD player ever. I'm not saying you aren't out there, I'm just saying it's not easy, and you can see that from this gameplay. Now what else was I going to talk about? Oh, there's this specific one guy in the tournament, Mr. Keithis, I think his name was called. But anyway, he'd basically go to all of these clan ops, even the ones he wasn't in, just to criticize us for winning. I mean, and he would say, over and over again, calling us out, saying, wreck you guys in a regular match. And we're like, just let it go. You're not worth our time, because you're criticizing us and you're insulting us because we won, and that just seems counterintuitive to me. Like at this point, can we be a mature enough COD community to respect people for their accomplishments, as opposed to having to trash talk them, having to trash talk anyone that decides to have a little fun while they stand out? Like, it's not fair. Like, why can't we, as the three of us and the three people supporting, why can't we have fun while we do well? I mean, can those not go together? I mean, you see a bunch of people saying, when I just have fun COD, I don't try, I just dick around. Then, well, like, why would you ever play COD without trying? You can't have fun when you win? I mean, I don't understand why that's a bad thing, but all too frequently considered it is, and it really bothers me that that's where this has come to. The fact that you can be criticized for almost anything in the Call of Duty community, and they have a name for doing bad. They have a name for doing good. If you're bad, you're a camper, and you suck, and you're a fucking baby ass motherfucking loser, wet behind the ears. I don't know. And if you do well, you're a tryhard. You're a camper, you're a sniper, you're use shotties, use SMGs. There's a negative connotation to every single stereotype that goes behind all of these names. There's nothing good you can be when playing COD, according to the community. And that's maybe why we get such a bad rap, because everybody wants just to call someone something. It's never their fault if they're doing bad. It's always their fault if they're doing well, and everyone else sucks. And that's just, stupid. I mean, I went over my last video, my morality and based upon gaming, where you don't take it that seriously, but you can still try and have a good time. And I just see so much negativity throughout this community now, and it honestly, it bothers me that you can't just have a good time anymore. And it's really sad that it's come to this. Whenever you do well in a tournament, the nail that stands out is the one that gets hammered. Well, okay, well, you win one of these clan ops, and all of a sudden you have a million things of hate mail coming your way. And yes, I know, I probably got 30 messages of just people calling me a booster and an asshole and a faggot, and it's just really just fucked up. And I think a Rabbit Clan has won 6 competitions, like the not clan ops, but these competitions. The first place spot has been taken by MYM Rabbits, 6 times. Saxer in this video, he's taken 2. This was gonna be his third, but I kind of edged him out by 5. But I really did just get lucky, and I thank my team. And if we have a strategy for winning that involves teamwork, why again, that's another good thing, teamwork. And they've taken it, and it's they've distorted it into something bad. We've been called boosters for playing with a team, not against teammates. There's no one we play against that we know. But we've been called boosters because we're playing on a team with a smart strategy. And this is just like the kind of, boosting asshole, trash talker, whatever, that decides that we do something differently than them, and they're right and we're not. And that's just not, fair or right. Um, but there's a million and one things you can criticize me for, and I couldn't give 2 shits about any of them. You can criticize me for going 17 and 13 this game, bad KD. You can criticize me for using a striker the whole game. It's a cheap weapon. Well, they kind of nerfed it, but still, it doesn't bother me that people disapprove of my gameplay, because I'm not doing it for them. I'm playing my own way. I'm having fun. I'm playing within the community guidelines of the game. Like, it's not like this is any boosting or illegal. And if it was, I'd have been removed. But you know what? That messenger bag's already in the mail, so it's not like you can really contest that now. And yeah. And so, this Mr. Keithus, used us as an example of why COD Elite was bad and broken. Well, I'm using him as an example of why the COD community is so fucked up. And I'm not saying everybody is. I'm just saying we should be allowed to have a good time without being criticized by every single insecure faggot. I'm sorry, I don't mean faggot. I think we should be criticized by every single insecure asshole that feels like they should have done better than we did when they didn't. Okay, that's not fair to us. That's not fair to everyone else that plays either. Okay, saving my team and hopping on the flag. Actually, what happened is they all got killed off the flag, and I didn't notice, and they gave me shit for capping that flag alone. So I'm kind of sorry, guys. That was my bad. But if you can see in that video, I didn't see any of them die. I just killed the guy and hopped on. I should have been a little weary about how slow was capping. But anyway, the game's coming to an end. We got like 5 more ticks before the game's over. Gonna hop on a few more flags. And you can see I've been going straight for caps this whole game. I've been like even avoiding the enemy for the most part, and letting my teammates take care of this. And sorry, the screen went a little darker there. That was because the Xbox stopped reading my controller input. But yeah, here comes the game to an end, and there we go. I just did the little knife at the end there. That's just a little habit of mine. And you'll see the final score from final kill cam from Dirk Dingo, and he's actually in a lot of these. He's in a lot of my final kill cams. It's pretty good. And you'll see my score is 17-13, and I do better than a guy that got 62 kills because that's how many caps I got. But that's the idea of how we play in these tournaments. Can't be can't prevent out, guys. Peace.